Hello, boys and girls. It is 18th of September 2017, about 6:45 on a Monday. I guess the 18th of September 2017 was always going to be a Monday. Yeah, how you doing? So it's weekly insight time. Thought I'd say hello. Got a few things to cover, which I hope might be of interest. Sorry, I've knocked my camera about a bit recently, so I hope the picture's all right. I've got a little one of there. Anyway, yeah, so I want to talk a little bit about cryptos. I've got a few things on the radar. Firstly, yeah, sorry about having the music playing last week. I just left Spotify up and running. I hope I haven't done it now, and I just flicked off my hi-fi to turn it off, as opposed to turn it off on on Spotify. So anyway, yeah, I think a few of you got a chuckle at that, so that's all good. I can do requests, but for today I might not bother doing that. I haven't actually got loads of trading stuff to talk about, but I've got a few things to mention in general. Yeah, okay, so first of all, this Bitcoin stuff. So obviously all the well, I say obvious, if you follow this stuff at all the cryptos had a little bit of a meltdown towards the end of last week. I think there's been a little bit of a kind of pullback since then. Let's just have a quick look at a chart, actually. So I keep an eye on. Come on, mouse. Why does my mouse always play up? I don't know. Let's look at Bitcoin. It's one of the big ones, isn't it? Chart. I don't actually monitor Bitcoin too much. I wouldn't say I'm really into all this stuff. I mean, I am invested in them, but I don't really get too excited about it all. But there was quite a big sell-off. What's that today? So let's look at a week. So that's a week. Yes, you can see we sold off a lot. So when was this? This was Friday. So I guess a bit of panic set in, and that's what you get when it's a sell-off, isn't it? I guess. So I don't know the percentages. I think it sold off a 30-40%, some of the cryptos. Based upon something that China had said about, I don't know, they don't like them or something, and then JP Morgan guy said something. There's no surprises there, they don't like them. But then what's interesting is it's obviously, it's come back quite a lot. So that's fascinating, So a lot of people have sold off there. I actually had a lot of mates in another group who were just getting involved in a bit of this before the crash. So I hope they've managed to survive it and come out the other side. So yeah, we got that going on. Interestingly, some of the people in the know, like Ione, my big good bud Ione, he was giving me some excellent advice on how to maybe get in, off of this dip and buy in, which is obviously all based around the fact that we think fundamentally it's going to do okay. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. There was some interesting things going on. I saw one trader who I kind of respect was saying, yeah, I'm not really into cryptos so much, but when I see people, he said he'd seen his friends' wives kind of going on Facebook going, oh, what's going on with Bitcoin? Why is it crashing? Which is kind of quite interesting, isn't it? If you've got people that's not usually interested in finance speculating on stuff, I mean, it gives a great potential, I guess, for a lot of volatility. But anyway, yeah, I was going to try and buy the dip. Unfortunately, I used Kraken, and I'd had some orders sitting around there, which I didn't think had been filled, and that ate up all my money. So I wasn't able to capitalize on it, unfortunately, because it would have been a great buying opportunity. But like buses, there's always another one, right? I'd rather wait for a decent opportunity than, buy at an inflated price, which is, I don't know how this works here. So that's a day, week. Am I actually at the right bit here? No, I'm not. Let's get to today. I'm just wondering. I think we're probably done for now. 18th. I can't actually use this. Can someone show me how to use a computer? I'm supposed to be good at this stuff. So there's today, yeah, it's bouncing back. There's the week. Yeah, so I mean, regarding buying the dip, you're not really buying the dip now. If you buy it, obviously it's up at 4,000. or whatever. But that doesn't mean to say it still wouldn't be a reasonable investment value play in the long term. But yeah, personally, I like to see it kind of not be so bully, if you like, before I get in. Anyway, so there's a bit about cryptos. I think they all went. I don't own any Bitcoin. That's what I was trying to buy, but there you go. Can't get anything. We'll wait for another one. Another thing I was going to ask. So, is there any way, it's like for people that watch this, is there anything you'd like me to actually go through? Because I've kind of changed things a little bit. It was all just trading focused. Now I'm trying to open it up, let you know what I've been up to a little bit. Give you a little bit of an update of what I'm doing in general. Just try and make it a bit more interesting. I just, if there's anything anyone specifically wants me to go through, then I will. Otherwise, I'm just going to continue waffling as I usually do. Yeah. So I haven't actually got loads of trading stuff to go through. We'll keep going on what I've got on my agenda over on this screen over here. So if there is anything you want to do, just stick it in Facebook in the message box. Yeah, just like in the comments box. Just because I'm happy to talk about anything. Or if you've got any questions, it's really not going to bother me. I'd love to help. So because I just generally find this all interesting. So what have I done? Like today, I literally, before doing this is why I was a bit later today. I'd hoped to get on this a bit earlier on because I've been working from home. The idea was to finish my daily work, get this done nice and quick, and then go and enjoy my evening. But I ended up going down the path of trying to submit my tax return for HMRC, which I've never had to do one before. So obviously my finances haven't been complicated enough in the past. Which is kind of odd, really, at the tender old age of 37 or whatever I am. But yeah, it was all going very well. So I had to do 2 gates. I had to request 2 separate passwords. It all took time to get there. It was all going very well. I worked out all my tax. The form was fairly simple. Wicked. Right up to the end, just about to celebrate, click submit, and bang. Didn't submit. So then I had to phone them up. They're always very pleasant. I know a lot of people hate them. I don't hate them. I think they're always really helpful with me. I've had a few tax issues this year actually that I've had to phone about because my employer changed and blah blah blah. But they've been very helpful. Oh, and I've been paying too much tax the last few years, so I had to. Anyway, but they've always been very helpful for me. So anyway, unfortunately for them, I couldn't submit it, so I can't go. Oh, it was so seamless. So I've had to send off a PDF and all the rest of that. But anyway, yeah, hopefully that comes back. What else do we got? Right, so let's do some actual trading type stuff here. Where was that? That was that there. So yeah, I don't have any trades open. That's why there's not loads of trade stuff. I've got 1 order sat there, which I guess could fill in the in the next I don't know, whatever. But there have been things happening. So whilst there's nothing open, I have been keeping an eye on things, particularly silver recently. I like a bit of silver, and silver's been selling off and diving hard today. I don't know why that is. Obviously something's changed out there, but that's a pretty big sell-off, unfortunately, for those that are holding... sorry, a bit low there, aren't I? For those that are holding ETFs and stuff. But anyway, yeah, so that's sold off a bit. Equities, they've sold off a bit, but a bit of a bounce today. They're not selling off, that's UK, sorry. US is still looking very bullish, and that's actually where I've got my order sat, waiting to get on that. Fundamentally, I can't, these markets don't seem to end and they just keep going, but, I'm trading the technicals here. So I'm just going to see if I can grab hold of a little bit of that. So that's just sitting there doing that. We've got a standard kind of trend continuation trade there. If anyone wants to get in on that, they're more than welcome to copy it. Like I can stop you anyway. Like you want to anyway, is probably more fitting. So that's US. Yeah, so what else? Yeah, there's not really much I want to tell you about. I just as a kind of habit, I'm now basically focusing on these trend continuation trades and my MACD reversal trades. I haven't seen any of them do it for a bit, but just to let you know, I do. Come on, mouse. I do post all my trades on the weekly insight video during the week. No, sorry, not the trades. The what I'm looking at. So in the ongoing market notes bit across the week, you'll see that I'm continuing updating that. I think I said that last week, so I'll shut up. I don't want to repeat stuff. It's boring, isn't it? I'm just saying if anyone wanted to see what I was up to, they could. Not that they're particularly dying to do that, I'm sure. So there are a few things which I'm keeping an eye on here. GBP was one I've been, because that legged it off last week, and I was keeping an eye on this. And I actually got like a buy set up here, and I would have been filled in it now, but there was some Carney, whatever, GBP news was out and about this afternoon, and I just didn't really want to go and get myself involved in the trade before that. As it turns out, I would have been in it. I wouldn't have got, well, I've got spiked in, but it wasn't off the news, so I would have been filled about here. And then I'm off and running. So anyway, I don't have loads more to kind of talk to you about. What have I been up to? Yeah, I was at a wedding. I've been working really hard. I'm trying to get fit, and I'm reading this at the moment. I posted this the other day. I got this off of my friend Alex, recommended it, and I have to say I'm really enjoying it. It's quite long, and there's a lot of detail in here, but it's all about coming back to habits and stuff, and just setting yourself up for success. Really sounds a bit American and cheesy. It is a bit cheesy, but things along the lines of having a vision, have a think about what you want, then creating steps to get there, your goals and your plan, and then basically executing on it. And it's not rocket science, none of it is, but a lot of it is you need to kind of, well, I don't know. I need to kind of be reminded of these things. There's a lot. I feel like I have a lot going on, which I'm quite happy with. But it also goes into more personal development type stuff, like I don't know. I don't want to say gratitude, but I'm like being proud of what you've achieved during the day, that kind of thing. So setting yourself up with that. So there's a bit at the end of the day where you kind of have a think about the cool stuff you've achieved and how that's got you that little bit closer to the goal. Basically reward yourself for success, not by like eating a pizza every night or anything, but just by being a bit like yeah, you've done well there. So anyway, loads of little things like that. It will depend whether you're into that kind of thing or not. I love all this mindset stuff and all of it. Other people are just like, yeah, whatever, I'm just going to go and do my money thing and that's it. But yeah, that's going to be it from me. I really feel like I've been very unhelpful this week. I just haven't got much to show you. I mean, I could show you these trending markets, but I just don't think it's really worth it. We've got this news coming out. So Euro stuff's coming tomorrow. More Fed stuff, rate decision. So there's some interesting ECB stuff on Friday. I mean, the markets always love it when Mario Draghi or whatever his name is comes out and starts talking. Everyone goes crazy. But yeah, it's interesting times at the moment. Cryptos are interesting. Everything's just a bit interesting. I don't know what else to say at the moment. It just feels, most of the equity markets are kind of stagnating a little bit, with the exception of the US. I mean, is the Aussie still going sideways? The Aussie index has been going sideways for a long time. Has it broken out of that? No, I mean, look at that. I mean, that's since, what was that? End of May? So June, July, August, September. We're in chop there. I don't know how you'd trade that. I suppose you could channel trade it. Rather you than me. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. It's I've still been 15 minutes. I hope it hasn't wasted your time. Do let me know if there's anything that you'd like me to talk about, because I don't mind doing it. And just keep learning, keep surviving, but most of all, keep enjoying things. Yeah, it's really important. There's something that I find like that. There's so much focus out there on pushing forward and excelling this and grinding and crushing and rah, rah, rah. And it's like, well, why are you doing all that? You're doing it for enjoyment, right? So try and enjoy the journey as well as you go. Anyway, I will call it a day there. Hope you're all great. Have lots of fun, and as always, live the dream. Stop.